Hey everyone, it's me. I've had an incredibly awesome day today. I bought some stuff. I bought a teapot because my teapot sort of exploded when it hit the when it hit the floor. It's amazing how far the shards will go, traveling at 1.5 feet from standing, or anyway. So I did that. I just actually had some really cool dreams and some awesome weird coincidences. Last week? No, it was just a few days ago. I had this really cool dream, and it involved kind of like James Bond, kind of Indiana Jones, the Dune series. It was a really awesome dream. It was full of still suits that were kind of snowsuits, but they were like still suits underneath. Like in Dune. I don't know if you guys have read Dune or seen the Dune movies or whatever, but they have these still suits that kind of suck moisture off your body and recycle it, and you can live forever in the desert just wearing this still suit. Anyway, there was all sorts of really cool gadgets, and it was like James Bond kind of guns and trickery and all sorts of cool stuff. But towards the end of the very, really awesome dream, we were trying to get through this door, and there was this key, and I found the key, but it opened the end door, but there was a door behind. There's a group of 6 of us, I think. Anyway, we opened one door and closed it behind us because there was some weird person outside, who I'll talk about in a second. And I used the key to open the last door, and it turned into like a wormhole or something. It was very strange. But the whole dream is really fun and adventurous, and there's jumping and running and stuff. But the reason why we were running through the 2 doors, and this image is sticking with me like days and days after I've had this dream. And it was like this lady, and she had we were in this kind of trailer, I guess. But underneath the trailer was all these underground base and stuff. But in the trailer there was a living room that we were standing in. I mean, we were kind of going over our plans on how to run away from these people. And in the living room there was this giant bay window. It was huge. And we were talking about our plans. And then I turned around and I looked out the window, and there was this lady standing out there. And she wasn't human, I'm going to say that. She looked human, but she wasn't human. It was very disturbing looking at her. Like like her face has stayed with me. If I could draw, I would totally draw her face. But she had dark hair and dark skin. She wasn't a specific, it was really hard to pinpoint her race, I guess, I don't know. But she was very, like, dark-skinned, long, dark hair. And she was just staring in the window, and she was, like, inches away from the window. And I only saw her for a second. But that face is staying with me, and it's staying with me for a long time. Normally, like, dreams come and go and whatever. But this face is staying with me. She wasn't human. I totally get that part. Her eyes were like, they were too big for her face. Like, you know how your face, right? Well, her eyes were like this big, and they kind of went around. On each side, so there's 2 eyes. And then her mouth kind of went from here all the way back to here. So when she smiled, you could see her whole jaw. Get my hair out of the way. So you could see her, like, teeth all the way to the back. And it was a creepy sort of smile. It was like she's watching us. She knew what we were saying and what we were planning, and she knew that when we saw her, the game was up for her. Like, we knew she was there and we were going to run away, obviously. But it was insane. It was a creepy face. And it's stuck with me. it's still there. I wish I could draw it and then I could show you guys. But, so that was that dream. And I was, I don't know, it seemed really, really important. And it seems still really important that I remember this face. I don't know why, but I do. And then last night, here's another cool coincidence. The last 2 weeks I've had nothing but coincidences. It's been very, very neat. And when I say coincidences, I mean like, I think I hear the phone ringing. Like, well, it happened at work, but I thought I heard the phone ring, and I listened, and I looked at the phone because we have portable phones, and I looked at my phone and it wasn't ringing, and I went, that's weird. And then I asked somebody if they had heard the phone ring, and they kind of looked at me like, you're kind of off. You might need to go somewhere special. And then they said no, they didn't hear the phone ring, and then like 2 seconds after they said that, the phone rang. So I thought that was kind of cool. So now I'm getting psychic. And then, so that was like one coincidence, but like throughout my whole last week, like the last 7 days, I've just been filled with like coincidences like that. Like I'll think something and it'll happen, or I'll do something and then like, why did I put that there? And then suddenly 3 seconds later, that's exactly where I needed it. You know, it's just been really, really interesting this last week. But this really big coincidence is that this morning, and if you look at my channel, you'll notice that I have a lot of Slenderman videos out. And one of my favorite channels is actually the Bone Creek story. Even though the series has ended, I really, really enjoy that story. I don't know why. But last night I had another dream, and I was dreaming about my dark journal, and Tim and Rob from the Bone Creek story, and I can't really remember the dream, but I remember they were there, and I think they were at work too, but I can't really quite place it. I didn't write it down, so I don't remember, but we were talking about something. I think they were standing in front of our service desk. Anyway, so we were standing there and we were talking about stuff, but I can't really remember the conversation. It was like traveling by train somewhere. Anyway, and I woke up after this. Something weird happened and it woke me up. I think there was a noise in the house or something. Anyway, I woke up. And I went, that was cool, because I don't usually dream about Slenderman dreams, or people or series or whatever. I usually think about them, but I hardly ever dream about them. And then anyway, so I dreamt about them, and then I woke up around, I think it was 3 or something, and then I went, oh, that was a cool dream, and then I kind of went back to sleep. And then I woke up again, and then turned on my computer, and I was drinking my morning coffee, and kind of going through, and weirdly enough, my dark journal posted a video almost exactly the same time that I woke up. So I thought that was a really cool coincidence. So, yeah, so I'm trying to use my powers for good instead of evil. I'm also, I'm going to try and use it for lottery tickets and see how far I get. I haven't had the best of luck with lottery tickets, so we'll see how well that goes. Yeah, it was that lady that in my dream. She just is haunting me days and days. You know, like, I don't know. It's just very... Oh, and it's also been a very big déjà vu kind of week. Like, I also have dreams. I don't know if you guys do this, but I have dreams of things that'll happen years in the future, and then I'll forget about them. Or I'll write them down somewhere, and like, I have like old dream journals from years ago, and I would write down all these dreams, and then like, the moments will come years later, and then I'll stop suddenly, and I'll be like, I've done this before, and then I'll come running home afterwards, and I'll go through all my dream journals from before, and there it is. So I dream of the future sometimes, which is really cool. And sometimes I'm not on the planet anymore. You know, have you ever had those dreams where you're not in your body anymore? And then like when you wake up, it takes a minute to get back into your body. Anyway, Yeah, I think it's been a deja vu coincidence kind of psychic kind of week, which I think is really cool. Anyway, if you guys have any experiences like that, you can totally write it down in the comments and tell me, because I totally believe in being psychic, and everyone is psychic and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd share with this last week has been really amazing for that sort of stuff, and I'd share that with you. I'll talk to you guys later, and if you guys have any stories, by all means tell me. I totally enjoy these stories. Talk to you later. Bye.